Hello and welcome. Before I start talking about risk management and why it is needed, I would like to give you a warning, which is to avoid semantics entanglement. It will shortly become obvious to you what I mean by that, but in general terms, you should try to avoid falling into the trap of using one word or the other, trying to decide which word is the most suitable. If you fall into that trap, then it is a spiral loop that could consume hours and hours of manpower. And what it will also do is it will draw attention from the actual risks and concentrates everybody's mind on the semantics. So what is risk management and why do we need it? Is it risk identification? Is it risk analysis? Is it risk assessment? Is it risk mitigation? It should be relatively easy for you to understand what I meant by semantics entanglement. When you look at all these, they do not look very different, but yet they are different. Each of these have a distinct meaning, and they are in fact very distinct activities with different inputs and different outputs, and none of them is actually risk management, and yet all of them are components or parts or stages of risk management. In a risk management process, you need to identify the risks, you need to analyze them, you need to assess them, you need to mitigate those risks, and then you go through the loop again and you analyze and assess and mitigate again and again. A detailed explanation of each of these and the implementation of them is beyond the scope of this video and beyond the time available here. Risk management, therefore, is a process where you identify the risks, you analyze them by looking at the causes, you assess those risks by trying to understand the undesirable outcomes. You attempt to mitigate those risks, and again here by trying to understand the causes and the relationship of those causes and coming up with a solution to avoid those issues that would lead to those risks. Let's look at an example. The relationship among the causes of low customer satisfaction. This is one of the risks with any product or any service. Low customer satisfaction is an outcome that people want to avoid. So any company, any person would want to avoid and manage the risk of low customer satisfaction. How would they do that? They need to identify the causes, they need to assess the risk. So let's put some causes here. Poor materials, expensive price, bad marketing, low quality, poor aftercare and after sales support, bad market surveys. We produced something that people didn't actually want, long delays, a bad design, low staffing, and the human resources management. Maybe we set up wrong people to do the wrong jobs, unskilled employees, wrong answers, bad hiring, lack of training. There could be many more. Let's put some relationships between them. Low staffing, faulty market surveys, ineffective marketing, high pricing, long delays, poor support, expensive product, bad hiring, lack of training, unskilled employees, bad designs, poor materials, low quality product. All of these in some way relate and lead to one another, and ultimately to low customer satisfaction. There's no end to this. I mean, you could go on. You can very quickly see that low staffing here could also mean that there is pressure on the design staff, and therefore in order to churn out designs quickly, they come up with bad designs, they overlook things. So there should be another arrow here, and there is, as I said, no end to this, but not literally. Risk management is about taking a diagram like this to the extreme and then pulling it apart and then using all the minutest details to construct a prospective roadmap that would avoid the risk or minimize the risk of low customer satisfaction, or it could be any other risk. Thank you for watching.